In today's video, we are going to talk about the price of Bitcoin 10 to 20 years from now. Guessing the price of Bitcoin is very hard. The high volatility of Bitcoin makes it hard to predict. But the upside potential of Bitcoin's price makes people want to put their interest in it. The people's prediction is based on technical analysis and fundamental analysis, but some of them are words from Bitcoin believers, so that investors strengthen their belief in Bitcoin more. Now in this video, we are going to look at some popular price predictions on Bitcoin. This is Stock Market Now. Before we continue, do make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up so that we can create more informational and educational videos for you to consume. With that said, let's get right into the video. Now the chart that we are looking at right now is Plan B stock to flow chart. This chart shows the value of Bitcoin will increase over time because of its decreasing supply rate. The halving of the Bitcoin supply happens every 4 years.
The supply, of course, is fixed and then it gets halved. And after that halving, there's a nonlinear dynamic that sharply increases this shortage. And it's like a wave that's hitting the beach. It gets higher and higher and higher.
If that prediction is correct, then expect that the price of Bitcoin will go up and hit over $250,000 by the end of 2021. Dan Morehead, the CEO of Pantera Capital, is one of the believers in the stock-to-flow model. He believes that Bitcoin would reach over $100,000 by the month of August this year.
The biggest news is PayPal. They just brought the ability to buy crypto to 3 times as many people as have it. That's a demand shift that just jacks up the demand curve because there's just a lot more people that can buy it.
The co-founder of Morgan Creek Digital also believes the same thing. He also said that Bitcoin will be valued at around $100,000 in the year 2021. Also, he said that there is a limited supply of Bitcoin that is available for buy and selling transactions that would make the digital asset scarce and valuable.
If all of a sudden only about 8 million Bitcoin are available and all this new demand is showing up, you're gonna have a pretty aggressive price increase.
According to Nouriel Roubini and Peter Schiff, Bitcoin is a financial bubble that will probably lead many investors to financial ruin.
The price of Bitcoin is totally manipulated by a bunch of people, by a bunch of whales, doesn't have any fundamental value.
It doesn't matter that the price has gone up. Eventually the supply of fools runs out and the greatest fool ends up as the bag holder.
It is very true that Bitcoin has crashed, and when it will crash, it would be very bad. When we try to look at the history chart, every time Bitcoin crashes, it would come back stronger. The market of Bitcoin based on the history charts is that it is a cycle of bull and bear market. The question right now is, where are we at right now? According to speculating reports, Wall Street giant Citibank predicts that Bitcoin is already in the middle of the bull run and it would peak around $318,000 in the month of December this year. According to Scoot Minerd, CIO of Guggenheim, the Bitcoin price is more bearish in the short term, and also said that the price of Bitcoin is unsustainable and the price will go back to $20,000 by the end of 2021. Right now, I know that many of you are asking what is the end game of Bitcoin, even though he has a short-term bearish prediction of the price of Bitcoin. Scott Minerd also thinks that Bitcoin can be considered as digital gold, which is more scarce, and it is much easier to make a transaction than real-life gold. Now, by the time that Bitcoin would be worth around $400,000 to $600,000, the CEO and CIO of US Global Investors, Frank Holmes, has a long-term price target of $400,000 and also thinks that Bitcoin will become like a piece of art, a rare collectible.
It's going to be like having an original Andy Warhol, one of his prints.
The most significant prediction out there is that Bitcoin will become more than an art piece and more than digital gold.
It'd be like if you own 10% of all the electricity that was ever going to be pumped. Or what if you could buy 1% of all the running water that's ever going to be pumped? This is our once in a 1,000-year opportunity.
According to Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, Bitcoin will take over the safest haven assets and become the world's most valuable asset in the world. And he also predicts that Bitcoin will be valued at around $14 million in the future.
In theory, all monetary energy that's simply looking for a store of value safe haven index should presumably drain out of real estate, cash, stocks, and bonds into the Bitcoin network.
The price of Bitcoin will depend on many factors like economic conditions, government regulations, and many more. Now, the most important thing right now is that when are you going to invest in Bitcoin? Invest your extra money only. Now, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. But before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. This is Stock Market Now. We'll see you in the next video.